Hi, I'm Shirley, CEO of Ordinary Greatness and a life coach with the Healthy, Wealthy, and Wise organization. And today I'm with.
Daniel Elijah Felder,
Ooh, he's.
sometimes Eli.
And we're laughing because just before this we had to do a retake because it was just too funny. He didn't know who he was, and then I couldn't speak afterwards. Anyway, so today we want to come to you and talk to you about continuous learning. I know as a mature 52-year-old adult the importance of it. I also know the importance of it as a functioning human being. There are some people that function but don't function well, and that's because they've learned something and they've stopped right at that point. They feel as though they've learned everything they need to know and they know everything, and we never know everything. And especially in today's world of technology, things change all the time. Wouldn't you say that?
Yeah, everything is changing.
So technology, phones, cell phones change every day. The way we used to have computers, big bulky things turned into laptops, now in iPads, and miniature everything, and our phones are like computers. So if we're using our minds to operate these things, then we must keep our minds on the cutting edge as well, would you say?
Yeah, I agree.
So through Daniel's programs and his process now of becoming a healthier young man, and alert and accountable and stable and focused, he goes through programs daily. Some of us go to work, he goes to programs. And in these programs, what he's doing is continuously learning. He's learning every day about the thoughts he has, about how to get along with other people in spite of their issues or illnesses. He's learning about being responsible and accountable for his actions, because for every action there's a reaction. Isn't that right?
Yeah, definitely true.
So what would you say the power of continuously learning? Like when you go to these classes, what are you learning about and what are you getting from them?
Uh, Continuously learning, I'm learning about myself. I'm getting insight on my disease, and I'm just learning about my triggers and my symptoms, and I'm just learning a lot. Maybe before I wasn't open to learning this stuff because I've been in groups before, but this is the first time that I'm really coming home every day like, oh, I just learned this, I just learned this.
So when you go to these groups, what's happening is you're getting the inside information on yourself, you said, huh?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So, how many of you actually have the inside information on yourselves? We're always quick to tell someone else how they can fix their lives or how they can do things better. But how many of us really know ourselves, know what we like? He said his triggers. It's funny. People who are classified with certain issues or medical illnesses, or temperaments. They use this word called triggers. I've got some triggers. You better believe I do. There's certain things people can say to me to fire me up. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
But we might not call them triggers, right? But there are things that people do or say that moves us viscerally one way or the other. And to know how to deal with that is a life learning experience. And to know how to deal with difficult people, there's books and tapes out there how to deal with difficult people. And do you think when in your classes you learn some of those things?
Yeah, I learned a lot. Just to say, the other day I learned that certain things will trigger me, and then my symptoms will be that I don't get no sleep. I'll be up all night thinking about it, and then that can lead to me getting sick again.
So what you're telling me is that for some of us, like me, I go away on retreats and I learn about myself, or I'll meditate in quiet space and learn about myself. So I know you do meditation. You started meditation way before me. Tried to introduce me to it when I wasn't even interested in it. But so now you go to these places, and what you're doing is working on yourself.
Yeah, through
Right.
through interaction with people that just like me.
So you feel as though being among your people who are struggling with the things you're struggling, is important to learn from them as well.
Yeah, I can see some people on a successful path. all right, that's where I want to be. I see some people falling off the wagon or not doing so good. That's not where I don't want to be.
So you feel as though now you're able to make wiser decisions because you're more alert and focused?
Yeah, I definitely making better decisions. And my conviction is stronger for myself to get better and to become the person I'm supposed to be.
So for those of us who feel as though we don't have the time or the energy to read a book, to watch a webinar, to go to a group of people, to stretch yourself out of your comfort zone is really it. That's when you learn the most, when you are uncomfortable. And would you say that going to these groups sometimes you're really uncomfortable?
Sometimes I don't want to go. My back hurts, my headache. But,
Oh, that's called the excuses.
but I go every day.
And so we wanted to share with you today the importance of continually working on yourself, understanding who you are, what your triggers might be, and understanding the importance of stretching yourself out of your comfort zone to do the things that you don't want to do. Because every time you stretch yourself, you learn more and you become better. What would you say about stretching yourself?
It's just challenging yourself to do what